and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today we're going to be doing like the final part, the part 5 of our whipped cream for beginners class. Yes, so this is going to be the final part, so we're going to be having like a more elaborate design today, and I'm going to show you what we are using. First things first, I'm going to be melting some isomalt, because we're trying to do like a geode cake. So I'm going to be melting some isomalt. You can buy these isomalts in your regular cake stores, or you can buy rock candy. There's this thing called rock candy. Like, Google rock candy and then you see what I'm talking about. Just regular candy, they're very cheap. You can melt them just like this. Just make sure you melt them gradually on low heat and let it melt gradually so it doesn't burn, because caramel burns really fast. So you can use rock candies, and they come in different colors, so whatever color you want your cake to be is whatever color you should buy. Okay, so this isomalt today, I'm melting it down and I'm going to pour it on my silicone mold so it can dry up and harden. This is the same thing you would do if you were using rock candy. You melt it down, and once it's well melted, just pour it on maybe a silicone mat or a parchment paper on a flat surface and then leave it to cool down. Okay, so today we're going to be working on our cake. In the initial cakes I made, I didn't really show you guys how to tort and how to slice. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to slice, because slicing even layers help your cake be well built and be even. I don't know if that makes sense. But I have a video for you guys on how to layer cakes that are uneven, like cakes that come out of the oven uneven. Yes, how to work with that. I'm going to put a link right up here. It says click on me. Yeah, click on that. Okay, so today we're going to doing a customized cake, and it's going to be chocolate and vanilla. Okay, so look at what I'm doing here. I'm trying to slice the cake, and I'm not using the slicing tool. I'm using my free hand. So what you want to make sure you do is like you're using the serrated knife, and your tiny finger is touching the table, and then you're using your other hand to rotate your cake. First of all, you want to make like an imprint around the cake, and you want the first line you drew to like join the second line at the back. Like, you want to start from the beginning and like draw a line round and let it meet up at the same point, and then you can now take your knife through that line you've done. Do you understand? I don't know if you understand what I just said. What I'm saying is, you're going to make sure your hand is stable, and then you're going to like use your knife to form do like a line around your cake, and make sure the line is straight and it joins from one end to the other before you now like go with your knife through that line to cut the cake. So now let me show you what I'm talking about again. See what I'm talking about. So you're going to be using one hand to hold the cake, and then make sure the second hand is stable on top of the table and touching the table, because that's what will guide you. And then make a line. You're not really cutting, you're just making a line that is coming from the top, and it will join at the back because you're rotating it. Yes, you're rotating the cake, so you want the line to join at the end of the day. So you're going to go through that line with your cake. That way you're sure you're cutting like even nice slices. Does that make sense? I hope that helps you. But if you don't get that, I need you to watch a video. It's called I titled it like how to work on even cakes. Yeah, so you should watch that, then you know how to slice and how to tort, and how to even though your cake is uneven, how to work with it and get even cakes without wasting too much cake. Okay, so the remaining part that is slanty, we're going to cut that part off and throw it away. Okay, then now that we have our even slices, the next thing we want to do is clean our bowl, and then I already whipped the cream. If you want to see the recipe for this whipped cream, I already have a video for that. I'm going to put the card right up here. Click on it. It says click on me here, click on that. So you want to separate your cream into two, and the reason is because you don't want there to be crumbs in the original one. So put some cream on top of your cake board, and then put your cake on top of it so it can stick, and then put some cream on each layer before you put the next one. And for this cake, I'm going to be doing chocolate vanilla like that. And then you want to put enough cream in between the layers, and then make sure you press it together. Make sure you don't press it too much so your cake does not split, but make sure you press it enough to be firm and hold. And then you're going to do that for the last layer, and then you're going to put it on top. And I'm going to show you how to make it as stable as possible so it doesn't drift around when you're done decorating or doing transportation. Okay, so once you're done with this, you want to the cream around it, you want to rub it all around and press the top down as much as you can without putting too much pressure so that your cake does not split. And then we're going to be darling with straws. These are just regular straws, regular drinking straws. Yes, you want to put it through, but you want to cut the top so that it doesn't show through your cake. That way, like, the straws make the cake stand upright, and like it won't bend, or it won't, yes, it will bend if you over handle it, but it won't like just, I don't know, it just makes it a little bit more stable. So you can buy regular straws, or you can use dowels. Normally for bigger cakes I use dowels, but for this kind of cakes, like, it's small and like you just need it to stay upright and you don't want it to bend and everything, so straws will work. Yeah. Okay, so what you want to do is do a light crumb coat and then put the cake aside once you are done. So now the color I want to get today is going to be like a pink, a nudish pink, a pinkish nude. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to be using a little bit of pink color, and then I'm going to be adding some cocoa powder to it. Or you can use pink color on brown. What it gives you is it tones down the pink to not look like baby pink. It kind of looks like an adult pretty pink. Does that make sense? It looks like the pink of fours, like natural fours. What am I saying? Anyways, the pink I want to get today is not like the baby pink-ish. So this is the pink I'm going for. I don't want it to be too baby-ish. So we are going to spread. And if you watch my earlier videos, the part 1 of this video, I showed you how to cover a cake completely and smoothly in whipped cream. So if you want to see that video, you should watch the whole of this playlist I already compiled for you. This playlist is going to teach you everything you need to know about working with whipped cream. It is like comprehensive, and I made it specifically for beginners in mind. So if you don't really have enough experience in decorating cakes and you want to maybe start with cream cakes, whipped cream cakes and buttercream cakes are not like very different in how they are made and stuff. So if you want to start with cream cakes, I made this video specifically for you because people keep asking me and everything. Okay, so in this part I'm trying to show you how to scrape. Yes. So what you want to make sure you do is that your scraper is directly on top of the board. That way you're sure it is standing upright and it is not tilting. It is not bending forward or bending backward. So that's very important. If you want to learn more about that, watch the part 1 of this video. Okay, so what you want to do once you're done with this is put as much cream as possible and like make sure the top is smooth, and you spread the remaining to the side. And then we are going to like clean up our cake as much as we can, and then we're going to start decorating. Okay, so for this cake today, it's going to be a geode cake. A geode is like a stone that has like a pretty, like once they break it, it's a normal stone, like a pebble, but once you like break it, the inside is very pretty, and it has like really pretty colors that are ingredients, like ombre colors inside usually, and they're usually very beautiful, and like people make maybe jewelries and stuff from them, or some people think like they are good luck stones or something. So that's kind of cake we're making today. We're making a geode cake. Okay, so if you want to know why I'm doing this, watch the part 1. Sorry. Okay, so the next thing we want to do once our cake is clean and well done is to take our isomalt that we already dried, and it is already firm. This firms up really fast. Maybe it takes around 15 to 20 minutes to completely harden, just like sweet. And then we are going to smash it into tiny bits. It's a tiny bit we are going to be using to make our geode part of the cake today. And this is a lot. For this video I used 100 grams of isomalt, so you can as well use 50 to still be enough. For this one, like, it's like I can use this for at least maybe 3 or 4 cakes of this size. So the good thing you need to know is that you can pour it back into the pot and remelt it. Just make sure it doesn't burn, because once it burns, like, it has this dull brown color that is just weird and ugly. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is to cut out a part where we want to put our geode. Guess who's going to eat that tiny part of that cake? Because it's so delicious. Okay, and then we're going to cut the bottom part, because this geode cake, I want to make it top and bottom. It depends on where you want to put it. You can make it in the middle, you can make it around and stuff. So depending on where you want your geode whatever to be. Okay, so that part where we cut out, we're going to put some cream in there and like fill in the space, because the isomalt we're going to be sticking in is going to stick to that cream. So you need to put some cream to cover up the naked cake you can see. Okay, so once we are done with that, once you're done with the top, you want to do the bottom as well, just like you did the top. So, and then once you're done for this cake, I want to do like a pink geode. You want a very like deep pink in the middle. Yes, so you want to like fill the middle with very deep pink, and then around that deep pink you want to put a very light shade of pink around it, so it looks like an ombre coming from inside out, if that makes sense. Yeah, and then the same thing you did for the top, you want to do the same thing for the bottom. This is very easy, actually. This is extremely easy. It's a cake that looks complicated, but it is very easy and very pretty. and very satisfying to make as well. Okay, so once you're done with that, you want to take some of your gold dust and mix some vodka with it and paint the edges of your geode. That's what like makes it like pop. That's what makes the color pop. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. So you don't want to paint the whole thing, you just want to paint the edges lightly and make it pop and look really pretty. And that's all she wrote, guys. That's all you have to do. So for this cake, it's for a customer, so I'm thinking it kind of looks a little bit plain. What more can I do? So I decided to make like a gold splash around it. So for this splash, all you need is the same gold paint that you used initially, and then you need some sprinkles. Okay, I decided to put some sprinkles around it and to splash some gold paint because I didn't really like the sprinkles. I regretted putting the sprinkles around it before I thought about, okay, let me put some gold you know, splashes around. So what you want to do is just fetch some gold with the brush and just splash it. Yeah, it's going to like splash all around your kitchen, which means you have to clean once you're done, but like the result is very satisfying. So once I was done with that, I decided to put my gold like happy birthday sticker because it's a birthday cake, and see how pretty it looks, see how wonderful and beautiful it looks. So thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my other tutorials. Bye.